Chapter 2: The Geometry of Awakening. My junior year in high school, I was accepted into Kentucky's Governor Scholar Program, a pilot program that took 3,000 elite students and scattered us across three campuses for a summer of rigorous study on a college campus. I was guaranteed a full scholarship to any school in Kentucky for getting in, which was an honor that should have felt triumphant, but later turned out to expose me as an overly envious poor kid. My privileged peers at Eastern Kentucky University casually discussed European vacations, private school educations, and parties at their parents' large homes and rich neighborhoods while they were away, while I quietly carried the weight of government cereal breakfasts and religious terror. I studied engineering and mathematics, finding in equations the certainty that Catholic doctrine had never provided. Every problem had a solution, even if that solution was no real solution. Somehow, this abstract logic seemed to defy the universe while remaining refreshingly free of eternal consequences. Numbers didn't threaten me with hell, they laid bare the facts. What I didn't know then was that mathematics was revealing the deepest spiritual truth imaginable to me. The universe is made of fractals, one master told me in a session, a notion echoed by many other masters who can see the nature of reality beyond our finite eyes. And you are literally a fractal of God. That instant sparked a shift in awareness, downloading a deep truth into my being. A fractal is a pattern that repeats at every scale, no matter how much you zoom in. You can see this everywhere in nature. Look closely at a coastline, and you'll notice the same jagged pattern repeated infinitely. Or check out a snowflake, and each arm mirrors the six-fold symmetry of the entire crystal. Even a fern's tiny leaves match the shape of the entire frond, with each little part reflecting the same design. This repeating pattern exists because everything is connected by one universal consciousness that flows through all forms. The spirals in far-off galaxies look just like the shape of seashells on the beach, both following the same smart, recursive design. The concept that the universe is made of fractals has intriguing support from several strands of quantum physics and cosmology. While mainstream physics describes the universe as statistically homogeneous at the largest scales, many theoretical and experimental studies have found fractal structures at both quantum and cosmic levels. A landmark study by Francois Ramacle and colleagues, published in Frontiers in Physics, demonstrated the self-similar nature of fractal patterns in quantum materials, biological networks, and the cosmic web. Their research found striking mathematical parallels between the connections in human brains, the structure of quantum materials, and the arrangement of galaxies across the universe, highlighting self-similarity and recursion as fundamental organizing principles of reality. Perhaps most famously, Princeton physicists visualized quantum fractal patterns known as Hofstadter's butterfly, offering laboratory proof that fractal geometries appear in quantum phenomena. Theoretical work from Andre Linde's Eternally Existing Self-Reproducing Chaotic Inflationary Universe, published in 1986, and Alan Guth's papers on eternal inflation further suggest the universe evolves through fractal-like recursive processes on the very largest scales. You are a drop of the ocean, and the ocean in the drop, another master reminded me gently in a session with him, while tears rolled down my cheek as bliss I've never experienced before lightened every cell in my body. That ecstasy you're feeling right now is that knowing that you are a fractal of the divine itself. Perfect fractal geometry. The whole is contained in every part. One consciousness plays every character in an infinite movie, so convincingly that each character believes it's the only real one. When you suffer, it's in large part because you think you are separate from everyone else. And because of that, the whole web trembles, he continued in that same session. Conversely, when you awaken, suffering ceases and the entire network brightens. You are not a detached observer of the universe. You are the universe experiencing itself through a singular perspective. The awareness behind your eyes is the same awareness shining through every other being. We'll explore this idea more fully in the chapters ahead, but for now, hold this thought gently and let it open your mind.